Missions of Hope is a Christian organization that works with orphaned and vulnerable children and their families among the disadvantaged communities. Some of them are in the slums of Nairobi, within the Nairobi County, as well as Machakos County. And for the last about 3 years, we started working among the Turkana people, that is in Turkana County, and this is in the northwestern Kenya. And this is an area that is actually like a desert. These people hardly have anything except for their animals, goats and camels. There are hardly any roads in this area. There are hardly any industries going on. And so this Turkana community is actually a community that I can say is a marginalized community with over 700,000 people. They have less than 40% enrollment to schools, and that means that over 60% of school-age children do not attend any kind of school.
This is a community which has not known the importance of education. This is a community which is dealing with pastoralism.
They only depend on their animals, no any business being done here, no any agriculture is being done here. It's only depending on animals.
They have never been able to get that much exposure to quality education, and therefore, as we have interacted with the Turkanas, as we tell them about the benefits of education and what it means for their children to be educated, they are coming to see that truly education can make a whole difference for their children.
Education in this area is very important because it's the only way of survival.
Here in Kenya, we don't have jobs. Jobs are only meant for those people who have gone to school. And therefore, any student who does not attend school is going to lead a very desperate life. In
the year 2013, we started a school in one of the villages close to the main town called Lodwar. And recently, we have started working with some public schools so that we can see how we can just have another model in working among the Turkana people, because the public schools are not well equipped, and we think that working with the public schools can be a good model for this community. Among the public schools that we have started working with as pilot programs, one of them is Kangagete. This is a school that was started by missionaries that were working with CMF International some years back. These missionaries helped to build a few classrooms, and then after that the school was taken up by the government. Currently there are about 324 children that are attending this school. The highest class is 8th grade. So this year there are about 14 students that are going to be sitting for the national exam in this school. Napusumuru is a community which is about 1.5 hours drive from Lodwar town. You can tell that this community has a lot of eagerness to learn. They are very open, and when we talked with them, they shared the different ambitions that each one of them has and what they want to be in life and things like that. And that really touched us because it shows that they want education. They are in need of education. They know that education can make a difference for them in their lives. Napu is a village which is in Turkana County, and it is only about 10 minutes drive from the town center of Lodwar. This village is a village where we found that there are a lot of children that were not able to attend school, and therefore some of them were going to the streets of the town, Lodwar town, spending their days there trying to look for ways to survive, begging from people in the streets. And therefore, when God spoke to us about going to start work in Turkana, we were able to identify this particular village. We initially started with 320 children in our school, and as of today, we have 840 children, and this is only our 3rd year in this particular community. Child sponsorship is the key to transforming a child's life.
This is a community whereby most of the parents live in extreme poverty.
They can't afford for the education of their children.
When a child gets sponsored, this child is able to get good access to quality education. We are also able to provide basic health care. We are able to have a feeding program for the children, and that way they can stay healthy even when they are in school. And also through child sponsorship, we are able to pool funds together that can help employ Christian teachers who can teach and care for these children and love on them. And if they are Christian teachers, then they are able to also teach these children the Word of God.
When I partner with the Mission of Hope, the spiritual emphasis among the kids will be uplifted, because being taught spiritually, I think they will be changing the world for Christ.
Child sponsorship also means that once the child is in a school and is sponsored, we can be able to get a good access to the family of this child, and therefore be able to reach out to this family with the love of Jesus Christ. And as we reach to different families within a community, then that becomes the beginning of transformation in that community. We are able to do community health evangelism in such a community. We are able to disciple the people that come to know Jesus. And as that continues, then the church can be able to grow. If there is no church in a community, we can be able to plant a church. And therefore, I must say that child sponsorship is actually the beginning point for transformation of the child, the family, and the child's community.
I'm so much excited to be partnering with Mission of Hope, because it's bringing hope to this community. Not to individual, but to entire community.
That is why we really want to encourage to anybody there who is willing to support this child, so that one day this person or this child can have at least a good life in future.
For you who makes a decision to sponsor a child, I say a big thank you for accepting to take a part in making a difference in a child's life. And not only the child will be transformed, but also his or her family, all his and her community. And therefore, it is the beginning of transformation. Thank you in advance for sponsoring a child.